Hello. Uh, Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yeah. So, good evening, all. Yeah. Okay. Great. So, please finish functions. Okay. So, Daiken, we will finish. We will complete the function, but after this class. Okay. Because we must know about the control statement, and after that, we will see like how function can help us. Right. Okay. Yeah. So, good evening, all. Good evening. So, shall we start our session now? Yeah. So guys, yesterday we saw how, like, what is variable. We saw different type of variables, right? Different data types, that is integer, float, double, and character, right? And we saw like how many bytes these data type occupies in the computer memory. We saw how these data get converted to the respective binary format and are stored in the binary format, right? And when we have to fetch the data, then what happens? How the system interpret the data, that we saw in the yesterday session, right? Everyone is clear till the yesterday point? Okay, we will continue the yesterday session, and after that we will move to the control statement, right? So give me a minute here, let me share my screen. Okay. uh, Please let me know if my screen is visible or not. Yeah. So guys, here, let's remove this two line. My screen is visible, right? So let's see who all have understood the yesterday session, and they got the clear idea of like how the variables are stored behind the scene. So please write in the chat, guys, what output we will get for this logic. Okay. Let's suppose I have a variable num. Okay. And here int num is equal to a here. Simple. Printf, and since I want to print the integer value, so the format of integer value is what? %d in the double quotes. After that, we have to use comma, and here we have to write the name of the variable. The name of the variable is what? Num. And after that, we have to terminate the instruction, that is semicolon. So we have written a simple program. And please write in the chat, guys, what output I will get. Yeah, please write in the chat. Let's see who will answer first this time. I have a simple variable num and I am storing a inside it. Okay, screen up. Please try to increase your that screen quality there, video quality. Okay. What about others? Screen is not visible. If it is visible, then please write the answer in the chat. Okay. Let's see. So only, yeah, ASCII value of a. Faisal is correct here. ASCII value of a here, right? So like here, what will happen? Yesterday we have discussed about this topic, that is we have 4 liter of container. Okay, 4 liter container, and we have 1 liter container, and we have we have what? We have water in this 1 liter container, right? We have water in this 1 liter container, and I have to transfer this water to this large container. Okay, so I can easily transfer the water. Okay, I can easily transfer the water, and all the data from this container will get stored in this container, right? In this container. So the similar logic here also. 1 minute. Yeah. So here what will happen? At line number 4, we have what? We have int num is equal to a. So 4 byte will get allocated, right? 4 byte will get allocated to the variable num like this, that is 704. This is 708, right? In the computer memory. After that, what will happen? Again, one important point, one key point is what? Whenever you get the assignment operator, so my compiler will first execute the right hand side part. Okay, so we have the left hand side part, we have the right hand side part. When we are getting the assignment operator, first right hand side part will get executed. After getting the result from the right hand side part, we store the result in the left hand side part. So what is the value in the right hand side part, guys? It is A here, right? It is A, and A is what? Character. A will be converted to the ASCII value, that is 97, and this 97 will be converted to the binary format, that is in 0 and 1 format. Okay, and since 1 byte is equal to 8 bits, okay, that is how many number I can store? From 0 to 2 to the power n minus 1. Okay, that is from 0 to 255. So this 97 is lying in this range, so it will occupy 1 byte. So the data, this will get stored in 1 byte, and the remaining byte will be 0 here, right? The remaining byte will be 0 here. Simple. And after that, what I am doing? I am printing num. So the moment at line number 5, what I am doing? I am fetching the value. When I am fetching the value, what will happen? I will go to the address 704. Okay, from 704, what I will do? My system will read 4 byte because num is of integer type. Since num is of integer type, so my system know कि num occupies 4 byte in the computer memory. So it will go at it will go at address 704, and from 704 it will read 4 byte. That is from 704 to 708. And whatever binary format I will get, that is this format 01010. Okay, this format I am getting. This format will be converted to the number format, that is 97, and since I want to print number, that is the format here is what? %d. So I will print 97 on the output screen. Yes, everyone? Clear or not? Please write in the chat if it is clear why 97 is printed on the output screen. Okay. Clear, right? So we have two concept, like we have a concept of typecasting, and you can see what we are doing here. Int num is equal to A, right? Or you can like write like this, then you will get the clear understanding. Char ch is equal to A, int num is equal to ch. So here what we are doing, we have a 4-liter container and we have a 1-liter container. Okay, when this smaller data type value, when you are transferring smaller data type value, when you are assigning or transferring smaller data type value to a bigger data type variable. Okay, bigger data type variable here. Here you can see character occupies 1 byte. Okay, 1 byte, and integer occupies 4 byte, right? So when you are like having this concept, that is when you are transferring smaller data type value to a bigger data type variable, then this concept is called what? This concept is called implicit type conversion. Okay, implicit type conversion. And the second thing is what? Here, this type of conversion is done automatically by the compiler. Okay, you don't have to do anything. Whenever the compiler will see ki, hey, you are assigning smaller data type value to a bigger data type variable, my compiler will say ki, hey, I will take care of this type of conversion. Why I will take care of this type of conversion? Because there is no loss of data. Okay, there is no loss of data here. Prince, what is not clear? Clear, sir. Clear, right? So again, what I am doing here, I have a character ch that will occupy 1 byte. Okay, I have a num, and what I am doing, I am transferring the data of character to a num, right? So here, character is 1 byte, that is smaller data type value. Okay, and I'm transferring the data of smaller data type value to a bigger data type container, right? This is exactly same as this one. That is, you have 4 liter of container, you have 4 liter container, and you have 1 liter container, right? So you have water in the 1 liter container, and you're transferring this water in the larger container, right? In the larger container. So you can see when you're transferring the water in the larger container, then there will be no loss of data, right? No loss of data here. And this type of conversion will be performed by the compiler. Okay, and this type of conversion is called implicit type casting, right? Sir, screen blur हो रही है. Explain with program. Okay. Yeah. So what about the screen, guys? My screen is clear or it is getting blurred? Please write in the chat. Yeah. Like I think my screen is clear, right? Please increase the video quality, right? So here, uh, I have already taken an example, right? Like who asked for the code? Wish. Here you can see what I have done. At line number 4, I am having a variable of integer type and I am storing value of character type. And if I will try to execute the code, you can see what output I will get. 1 minute. GCC variable dot c here, right? So I have compiled the code. Now let's run the code, that is ./a. So here you can see I am getting 97. I am storing character value, but the output I am getting is what? 97. So here conversion is happening behind the scene, and that conversion is taken care by the compiler because there is no loss of data. Why there is no loss of data? Because I am storing a smaller data type value to a bigger data type container. Hope everyone is clear till this point, right? And yeah, so this is the first concept. Let's move to the next concept, right? That is explicit type conversion here. Okay, explicit type conversion here. Again, explicit type conversion here. So what will happen here now? Again, I have a variable int num, and now I have a value, that is, let's assume the value is 200 and let's take 390 here. Okay, or 1 minute. Yeah, let's take 99 here, right? Int num is equal to 99, and after that I have a variable that is char ch, and what I am doing, I am initializing the value of num to a character variable, right? And if I will print the result, printf %c and ch, guys, what output now I will get? Please write in the chat. What output now I will get? So I have a variable num and I'm storing 99, and after that I'm storing the data of num to a character variable, and after that I'm printing the c. Correct? Sanju is saying c. Okay, so here, yeah, c we are getting, ABC, correct. C we will get, right? And this concept we have discussed why we are getting C, right? So what is happening here? If you will see, 99 will occupy how many bytes? It will occupy 1 byte, right, everyone? So we have a 4-liter container and we have a 1-liter container, right? We have a 1-liter container, and this is my 4-liter container here. So if I have 1 liter of water, if I have 1 liter of water, and if I will transfer this 1 liter of water to this container, that is 1-liter container, then there is no loss of data. Then there is no loss of data if I will transfer 1 liter of water to a 1 liter container, right everyone? Then there is no loss of data. That's why I am getting the correct output on the output screen. But what will happen if, let's assume here, this one, I have a 4 liter container and I have a 1 liter container, and this time I have 2 liter of water. Okay, this time if I will transfer the water, what will happen? 1 liter of water will get stored, but the remaining 1 liter will get overflow. Okay, will get overflow. So here what will happen? There will be loss of data. Okay, here there will be loss of data. So in this case, when you have a when you have a larger data type value, and you are like larger data type variable, you have larger data type variable here, and you are initializing this larger data type variable to a smaller data type variable. Okay, that is, you have a larger data type variable, that is num, of integer type that occupies 4 bytes, and you are transferring the data to a smaller data type container. Then there is a probability of loss of data. There is a probability of loss of data. So here my compiler will say ki, hey, I will not take care of this thing. Okay, I will not take care of this conversion because there is a loss of data. So I will not take care of this conversion. Okay, so programmer, you have to take care of this conversion. Okay, programmer has to take care of this conversion, and how programmer can take care of this conversion, we will see with the help of practical example, right? So here you can see I have a value num, and here if I will write 99, and here I have char ch is equal to num, right? Char ch is equal to num, like this. And if I will print the value ch here and %c here, okay, let's see what output I will get. This one, compile the code, and after that ./a here. So I am getting the output. Okay, I am getting the output, but this is not a good practice. Okay, not a good practice here. Not a good practice, because you have a larger data type value and you are transferring this larger data type variable to a smaller data type conversion. So there is a probability of loss of data. So you have to do explicit typecasting here, right? You have to do explicit typecasting here. And in order to do explicit typecasting, what you have to do? You have to add the int data type in front of the variable. Okay, like this. In round bracket, you have to add int data type. Oh, sorry, not int here, char data type here, right? Char data type, like this. So this type of conversion will be performed by the programmer explicitly, like this. That is, you have to add the data type name here in front of the variable, and you are done with the part. Again, this this is for the programmer practice. You have the loss of data. Okay, loss of data will occur. Data loss होगा ही होगा. Okay, इसके लिए आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, बस ये एक प्रैक्टिस होती है कि आपको यहाँ पर लगाना है ये. Okay, okay, let's save the program here, and let's take a larger value, that is 5001, right? So is this time at line number 4, what we have a variable. In that variable I am storing 5001, and this 5001 will occupy more than 1 byte. Okay, more than 1 byte here. And what I am doing after that, at line number 5, I am storing the value of num inside a character variable, right? So there is a larger data type variable that is getting transferred to a smaller data type variable. So there is a probability of loss of data. So I have to take care explicitly by writing the name of the data type like this. And I am done with the part, right? And I am done with the part. Let's save the program and run the code. Okay. here dot slash a. So here guys you can see I am getting some garbage value here, right? Vishwa, why you use char here? I have to like explain what is the difference between explicit and implicit type conversion. That's why I'm using char here, right? Yeah. So guys, I am getting what? Garbage value. Why I am getting garbage value? If you will see at this line here, at line number 4, what I am doing? I am having a 4-byte container, okay, 4-byte container, and this 5001 will occupy more than 1 byte, okay, will occupy more than 1 byte. Let's assume it is occupying 3 byte, okay, 3 byte, that is this much byte it is occupying. After that I have a 1 byte container, okay, and this is what ch, right? And what I will do here, it is num, right? It is num here. So what this ch will do, it will just take 1 byte, it will just take this 1 byte, okay, it will store the data of this 1 byte in this memory location here like this, okay. And whatever yeah, after storing the data, that is binary format data, it will convert the binary format data to the number format, that is, let's assume the number is something 4000 like this, okay, 4000 like this. After that it will convert this number format to the character format. So that's why I am getting garbage value here, right? Because I am not reading this portion, I am not reading this portion, right? Everyone is clear till this point? Yes or no? Difference between implicit type conversion and explicit type conversion here. Implicit, explicit, right? So yes sir. Anmol, what is not clear, please write in the chat. In the implicit type conversion, what we do, we have a smaller data type variable, okay, and I'm transferring this smaller data type variable to a larger data type variable, okay. And in the explicit type conversion, we have a larger data type variable, and whatever data is stored in this larger data type variable, we are transferring into smaller data type variable, right? There is a loss, there is no loss of data, and there is a probability of loss of data, right everyone? So since there is no loss of data, so this type of conversion is handled implicitly behind the scene, and it is taken care by the compiler. Here, since there is a probability of loss of data, so this type of conversion is handled by the programmer explicitly. Right, everyone? You are not getting code. Okay. So in this code, what you are not able to understand? Anmol? If you can write, I am not getting code, sir. Okay, what code you are not getting? Okay. Fifth line. Ah, sir, what if when we use long int in place of int? Yeah, then also you will get the error, right? Then also you will get the error. So here at line number 5, so basically here what I am doing, just you don't have to think of the logic. Just here I have a data 5001, and I am storing this 5001 in this container ch, right? In this container ch. So here, since integer occupies 4 byte, okay, integer occupies 4 byte and character occupies 1 byte, correct? Since the data is 5001, so it will take more than 1 byte, okay. That is, let's assume it is taking 3 byte. So now what you are doing, you are saying ki, hey, I have to store this 5001 in 1 byte. Okay, that is this data. So since character is of 1 byte, so it will just read 1 byte. It will just read 1 byte. Okay, so this 2 byte is not like this 2 byte will be left and there will be loss of data. That's why here I have to explicitly tell the system ki, hey, I am doing explicit type conversion because there is a probability of loss of data. Anmol, it is clear now? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. So let's move to the next part. Okay. So this is a simple implicit and explicit type conversion. And now let's move to the control statement, right? Control statement here. So guys, till now you know कि hey, my program execute in a sequential order, right? The program execution start from like execute in sequential order. That is, it will first execute line number 1 here. Okay. First, it will execute line number 1. After that, it will search for the main function. Here I got the main function. That is, main function is the starting point of the execution. After that, it will go in the sequential order. That is line number 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So here, the execution, default execution is what? Sequential order. But what if I have to execute some part of the code again and again? Okay, or I have to skip a part of a code. Okay, or I have to jump from one part to another part, right? Then I can use control statement, right? Let's discuss about the control statement here. So we have 3 type of control statement. That is selection statement. Okay, we have a iterative statement and we have jump statement here, right? So selection statement is our if else, if else if, and a nested if else if, right? And switch case. Iterative statement are what? Loop, that is for while, do while loop. And jump statement are what? It is break, continue, and return, right? So let's discuss about the selection statement. Please write in the chat if you know what is if else. Okay, what happens and like when I can use if else. The first question is selection statement, when I can use if else. Okay, if else. Yeah. Char ch is equal to num, char ch is equal to the second one through. The second one will be the good practice, right? If one statement is false, it goes to check the next statement. We give condition for condition. Yeah, if yeah. So basically, guys, we can use if else when I have 2 options available. Okay, I have 2 options available and I have to choose only one option among them. Choose one option among them. Then you have to use if else. Let's discuss the syntax of if else. The syntax is simple. You have to use if, and after that here in the round bracket you have to write condition. Okay, and after that the curly bracket, open and close. Yeah, open and close. And after that here you have to write the code, and after that the else part, and in the else part also code. Okay, and what will happen? The moment my compiler will see the if keyword, okay, the moment my compiler will see the if keyword, it will jump to the condition. It will go to the condition. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, it will go inside the body of if. Okay, if the condition is true, it will go inside the body of if, and it will execute all the code inside the curly bracket. That is this curly bracket and this curly bracket. After executing all the code, what will happen? It will not execute the else part. It will not execute the else part. Okay, when the condition is true, it will execute the body of if, and after executing the body of if it will move out of the if else block. Okay, the second part is what? If the condition is false. Okay, if the condition is false, then it will not execute the body of if, and it will directly jump to the else part. Okay, it will execute the code written inside the else block. This is simple if else example here, right? So let's take a problem statement here. uh, we have a we have to write a program to check whether, yeah, whether the number is odd or even. Okay, whether the number is odd or even here. So guys, tell me, yeah, odd or even. So if the number is odd, you have to print the number is odd, and if the number is even, you have to print the number is even here, right? If else is used for conditional statement, right? Yeah, correct. So guys, this is a problem statement. Please write in the please write in the chat what condition I have to use here. Okay, so let's assume here I am writing the code, that is I have a variable int num, and in this num I am storing data. Let's assume the data is 21. Okay, data is 21, and I have to check whether the number is even or odd, right? So here Faisal is saying ki, hey, you have to use num modulo 2. We will use modulo. Okay, we will use modulo. So guys, please write in the chat what modulo operator does. Okay, please write in the chat what modulo operator does. This is my modulo operator. What modulo operator does? Please write in the chat. Okay, so guys, tell me one thing. Divide? No, not divide. Give me correct. So here I have two operator. One is modulo operator and one is division operator. Okay, one is modulo operator and one is division operator. So if I will say ki here 23 divided by 2, 23 divided by 2. So here 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are, sorry, 2 six are 12, right everyone? No, I'm wrong, right? Yeah, 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. Okay, so here you will get what? 22, and you will get 1 here. So this 11 is the quotient part, and this 1 is the remainder part. Okay, this 11 is a quotient part and this 1 is a remainder part. So if you are doing like this, that is 23 modulo 2, then you will get 1. 1 is what? Your remainder. Okay, so this is your remainder here. And if you will write like this, that is 23 divided by 2, you will get 11. 11 is the quotient part here. Okay, simple. So yeah, so now I have to check whether the number is even or odd. So what I will do, I will write a variable, store the data, that is 23 here. After that, what I will do, I will use if condition here. Inside the condition, I will write ki, hey, if num modulo 2, if the remainder I am getting is equal to 0. Okay, that means the number is completely divisible by 2. That means the number is even number. So here what I will do, I will printf the number is even number here, right? Else, if the condition is not true, that means the number is odd number, and here I will printf odd, right everyone? Simple program. Let's code this part also. Okay, So here, let's remove this code here and this point also. So I have a variable num, and num is what? 23. And after that, here I have to check whether the number is even or odd. I have to use if keyword. In the round bracket, I have to write the condition, and I know the condition, that is if num modulo 2, that is if I am dividing the number by 2 and if it is completely divisible, that is remainder is 0, that means the number is completely divisible, and I will print what? I will print the number is even. Okay, else what I will do, I will print the number is odd here, right? Odd here. Simple. Yeah. So let's save the code, and now let's do what? Let's run the code, right? Here I have GCC variable, and here what I will do, clear the screen and let's execute the code. So here you can see, what is happening. I'm getting the result as odd. Why I'm getting the result as odd here, guys? Again, the same thing. The execution will start from line number 2, that is from the main function. It will go to line number 5. At line number 5, what you are doing, you are storing the value 23 in num. After that, it will go to line number 6, that is 23 modulo 2, and you will get what? 1. 1 is equal to 0? No, it is false here. So the moment the condition is false, you will not execute the code of if block. You will move to the else part and you will print the result. Okay, after executing the else block, you will go to line number 12 and you will move out of the function. That's why you are getting odd on the output screen. Please write in the chat if it is clear till this point. Okay, clear, right? So let's move to the second conditional statement, that is if else if ladder. Okay, if else if conditional statement. So again, guys, please write in the chat when I can use if else if conditional statement. In which case, in which problem statement I can use if else if conditional statement. Okay, let's see. When we have more than 2 options available. Okay, more than 2 options available, and I have to choose one option among them. Okay, choose one option among them, then I can go with if else if. Okay, then I can go with if else if conditional statement here, right? So let's take our example here. Let's first discuss the syntax, right? Here the syntax is simple, that is first if, and if keyword in the round bracket condition 1, and open and close bracket here body of if. Okay, else if condition 2 body of else if, and this cycle will go on. Okay, you can use multiple else if. Okay, you can use multiple else if, and after that at the end you can use else block. Okay, else block here. It is clear. And what will happen here? Here first my compiler will see ki hey, I am having the if keyword, so it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the code of if block. After executing the code of if block, it will not execute the remaining else if ladder. Okay, not execute the remaining else if ladder here. First case, when the condition 1 is true. Let's assume the condition 1 is not true. Then what will happen? First, it will go to condition 1. Condition 1 is false. So it will not execute the code of if block. It will move to the second else if. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the code of this else if block, and after executing the code of this else if block, it will move out. move out of if else if ladder here. Okay, so it will go and check the condition. The moment the condition is true, it will execute the corresponding code of that if block, and after that it will move out of the if else if ladder here, right? Yeah. So till this point, everyone is clear? Please write in the chat if the working of if else if is clear. Then we will move to a problem statement. Okay. Okay. Let's take a real life example and let's try to discuss this if else if part. Okay, so what I have to do here, I have to design a ATM machine. Okay, ATM machine. So in ATM machine, what you can do, either you can add the money or you can remove, that is subtract the money, okay, from the bank. Okay, and here is your bank, and in this bank account you have some amount already. Okay, you have some amount. Let's assume you have 5,000 rupees here. Okay, in your bank account you have 5,000 rupees, and if you are like, if you are pressing on add, if you are pressing on add button, and then what you have to do, you have to enter the amount that you want to add to the account. Let's assume you have added, like you want to add 2,000 rupees. So this 2,000 rupees will get added to the bank account, and the total money in the bank account will become what? 7,000 rupees, right everyone? 7,000 rupees here. Okay, similarly you have an option of subtract. Okay, and if you are saying ki, hey, I have to remove, I have to take out 3,000 rupees from the ATM, then what you have to do, you have to reduce the money here. That is, the money will be what? It will be now 7,000 minus 3,000 will be equal to 4,000 rupees. So the amount in your bank will be what? 4,000 rupees now. And there is one more case. That case is what? If let's assume you want to, like, again you want to, okay, let's take an example here, this one, right? Yeah. So again you want to subtract the amount, and this time you are saying ki, hey, I want 5,000 rupees. Okay, you want to get 5,000 rupees from the bank, but this time you can see you have only 4,000 rupees in your bank account. So here you have to print the message ki, hey, you have insufficient fund. Okay, you have insufficient fund here. The problem statement is clear. Please write in the chat. Okay, I have to design a ATM machine. Two options: add and subtract. If I am adding, like if I am pressing on the add button, that means I have to add amount to the bank account. Okay, and if I have to subtract, then I have to remove the amount from the bank. And there is one more condition: if I am entering the amount, that is when I am subtracting the amount is greater than the current balance. Okay, the amount is greater than the current balance, then what will happen? You have to print this message, that is insufficient fund. Okay, so here let's try to code this part, right? So here, whenever you see this type of problem statement, try uh, try to break down the problem statement into sub problem statement. Okay, so here you can see you have two options, that is add or subtract. That is, you have two choices, right? Okay, and there will be one more choice. There will be one more choice, that is, let's assume you have entered some wrong key. Okay, that is, you have pressed some wrong key. Okay, let's assume for add you have 1, for subtract you have to press 2. Let's assume you have pressed 3. So what will happen? You have to print incorrect choice. Okay, wrong choice. You can write like this, wrong choice. So here guys, you have more than two options available, and you have to choose only one option among them. So you are saying ki, hey, I have more than two options available and I have to choose only one option among them. What I will do, I will use if else if selection statement, right? If else if selection statement here, right? So let's try to code this part, then you will get the clear idea, right? So let's create a new file, that is atm.c here, and this one. So this one, let's start from this one, right? Yeah. So I know I have to include hash include stdio.h. Why? Because printf function is defined inside this stdio.h, right? After that, I know I have to write int main because this is the starting point of the execution. After that, here I have to create a ATM machine. So I have two options, right? So what I will do, here I will write a message to the user कि hey, please press 1 for to add, yeah, to credit, right? To credit or add amount, right? This one, right? And after that, what I will do, let's talk about the like how I can take input from the user. So you guys know how I can print output on the output screen. If I have to take input from the user, then what I have to do, I have to use which function, guys? Scanf. Okay, I have to use scanf function in order to take input from the user. Okay, let's assume you have to take integer value. Okay, you have to take integer data. So what you have to do first? First, you have to define a variable where you can store the data. Since I want to store integer type of data, so I am declaring a integer variable. After that, I will use a scanf function, and in this scanf function, in the double quotes, okay, I will use %d, and here I will write add and num here. Okay, and num here, right, everyone? So let's first take a simple example, then you will get the clear idea, and after that I will explain like what is this and here, right? So let's comment this part for now. Let's create a variable int num, and after that you are saying ki hey scanf %d and num. Okay, and after that printf %d, okay, and the value here, that is num, right? So let's try to run this code, right? That is gcc atm.c and /a. So here you can see it is asking for the user input. Let's take the user input as 75. So the moment I am hitting on the run button, you can see I am getting 75 printed on the output screen. Okay, let's discuss this part. Okay, and after that we will move to the code. That is, here I have this part, right? So you guys know like why I have declared a variable to store the data from the user. After that, scanf function that will take care of the input part. Here %d, this is the format of integer, and this is and. Okay, this is and means address. Okay, and means address. So here the moment you are declaring a variable, what will happen in the computer memory? 4 byte will get allocated, and the starting address is 704 and address is 708 because integer occupy 4 byte, and this is what num, correct? This is what num here. After that you will go to line number this, that is scanf %d and num. Here scanf is saying ki hey, whatever data you are typing on the keyboard, okay, whatever data I am getting, that data will get stored in this address. Okay, and is representing the address, this address 704. From 704 it will take 4 byte, and whatever data I am getting from the user, that data will get stored in this 4 byte. That is the meaning of and here. Okay, please write in the chat, guys, if it is clear till this point. Then we will move to the code part, right? And is clear? Yeah. Shall we move? Yeah. So here I have here I have printf, that is here I am printing please enter 1 to credit. So what I will do now, here I will take a variable that is int option. Okay, int option here. And here what I will do, I will take input from the user, that is scanf %d. Okay, and here I write one more thing, that is please enter 1 to credit, 2 to debit. Okay, that is subtract. And after that I will take input from the user, that is %d, and here address, where I have to store the input from the user, that is inside the option, right? So here and option here, right? Yeah, I'm done with the part. After that what I will do, I got the option here, right? Here, after that I will write a if condition ki hey, if option is equal to 1, that means this one, right? If option is equal to me 1, that means you have to add. Okay, and what I will do, I will, yeah, here let's take the total amount in the bank, total amount, and let's assume the total amount in the bank is what, 5,000 rupees. Okay, total amount in the bank is what, 5,000 rupees. After that, if option is equal to 1, that means you have to add. So here let's print a message, printf please enter the amount you want to add. Okay, please enter the amount you want to add here, right? And I'm using /n here because I have to print this message on the next line, right everyone? Please enter the amount you want to add. And after that what I will do, I will create a variable, that is int amount. Okay, and after that what I will do, here I will use scanf %d, and here address of amount, because I have to store the amount in the amount variable here, right? I am done with the part. Okay, after getting the amount, okay, yeah, after getting the amount, what I can do, guys, I have to add the amount in the current balance, right? In the total amount I have to add. So what I will do here, I will say ki hey, amount plus total amount. Okay, this result again, where I have to store, I have to store in the total amount. Okay, here, like this. Okay, everyone is getting the point what I am doing here? I got the amount at line number 12. After that I am like adding the amount to the total amount, and the result again I am storing in the total amount, right everyone? And I am done with the part. Else if the option is 2 here, okay, that means I have to subtract the amount, here. But here is the hack. Here you have to first check. Okay, let's first okay, take the input from the user, that is please enter the amount you want to subtract, right? So here, after that what I will do, the same thing. Okay, int amount scanf %d, this one, and this time, okay, you have to first check whether the amount you have entered is greater than the total amount or what. Okay, if it is greater than the total amount, then you have to print the message ki hey, insufficient fund. Okay, printf insufficient fund. Okay, so here first I am taking input from the user in the subtract part. After that what I am doing at line number 19, here I am writing ki hey, if the amount you have entered is greater than the total amount, then I have, like in the account you have insufficient fund, and if this condition is false, that means there is enough amount. Okay, what you can do, you can subtract the amount, that is total amount minus amount. Okay, and whatever result you will get, you have to store the amount again in the amount variable, that is total amount here, right everyone? Okay, after that, after doing this part, you are done with the part. And here, if at line number 9, if the option is equal to 1, you will do the addition part. If the option is equal to 2, you will do the subtraction part. You have to write the else part also. Else means you have given the wrong option. Okay, so printf invalid option. Okay, invalid option here. And here at last, like at line number 14, you can print the amount also, that is printf total amount in your bank, right? In your bank here, this will be what? It will be equal to, and here you have to use %d, and here the amount is in the total amount variable, so I'm printing total amount variable, right? And the same thing I can do here also, right? And I'm done with the code here. Please write in the chat if the code is clear till this point. Okay, and after that I will try run the code. The code is clear, guys? Let's save the code, clear the screen. Clear, right? GCC. Okay, like when I will dry run the code, then you will get a lot of interesting thing. Okay, here, wait for a minute. Okay, GCC, and here this one, right? Okay, /a. So here it is asking, hey, please enter 1 to credit, 2 to debit, and currently I am having 5,000 rupees. So let's write 1 here. Okay, the moment you are writing 1 here, it is asking, hey, please enter the amount you want to add. Correct? Let's add 5,000 rupees. So you can see the total amount in your bank is what? 10,000 rupees. Correct, everyone? Simple code. Similarly, let's clear the code and again run the code. Okay, this time I want to subtract, so I am giving the option as 2, right? So this time it is asking for the amount you want to subtract, so let's subtract 3,000 rupees. So the moment you will subtract 3,000 rupees, so you are getting what? 2,000 rupees here on the output screen. But recap 16 line, right? Okay, 16 line. Okay, this line. Okay, so here what I have done, if the option is equal to 2, I am taking the input from the user. Okay, after that, in order to take the input from the user, what I have done at line number 18, I have declared a variable. After that, at line number 19, I am taking input from the user. At line number 20, I am checking whether the amount user has entered is greater than the current balance or not. If it is greater than the current balance, I am printing insufficient fund. And if it is not greater than the current balance, then I am going in the else part and I am subtracting the amount. That is 5,000 minus 2,000, I will get 3,000 rupees, and that 3,000 rupees will get stored in the total amount. Okay, it is clear now. Let's take the next case also, that is /a. I have to subtract the amount. This time I will subtract 7,000 rupees. So you can see here I am getting insufficient fund printed on the output screen, right everyone? I am getting insufficient fund printed on the output screen. So let's try to dry run the code and see what is happening behind the scene, right? So here, this one, right? This is my memory, computer memory. This one, okay. At line number 5, we have at line number 4, that is 4 byte will get allocated to the option variable. 4 byte will get allocated to the total amount, right? After that, At line number 7, what you are doing, you are saying ki, hey, enter the option. Let's assume you have entered 1. So that one will get stored in the option variable. After that, you will go to line number 9 here. Okay. At line number 9, what you are doing, you are saying ki, hey, please enter the amount you want to add. Okay. So let's assume, you are saying ki, hey, please enter the amount you want to add at line number 10. You will go to line number 11. At line number 11, you are declaring a variable here, that is amount. Okay, you are declaring a variable here, that is amount. And one more thing, guys, here the main part is what? The scope of this variable and this variable is function scope. You will say, hey, why the scope is function scope here? Why? Because, okay, what is scope? Scope means the lifetime of a variable. Okay, scope simply means the lifetime of a variable. If I will move here and let's assume this is my function here, right? Int function, int num, correct? And here I have a variable int a is equal to 10, and I have a if condition, that is if a is equal to 10, I have a variable int b is equal to 20. Okay, like this, simple, right? And let's print, okay, yeah, this one. So here you have the computer memory, this one, right? So here this line, that is int a is equal to 10, this variable is having the scope from the point you have declared the variable to its just surrounding curly bracket. Okay, so here I am writing from the point you have declared the variable to its just surrounding curly bracket. Okay, surrounding curly bracket. So if you will see here, the variable, this is my variable, and its just surrounding curly bracket is what? This one, right, everyone? This one. So the scope will start from here. Okay, the scope will start from here and it will end at this point. Okay, similarly, this variable, the lifetime of this variable will start from here and its just surrounding bracket is what? This one. Okay, so what will happen? The lifetime will end here. Okay, if you will try to access this variable outside this bracket, you will get an error here. Okay, you will get an error here. Let me 1 minute. Yeah, so 1 minute, let me like show you with the help of example here. Okay, we are already out of time, so here, okay, yeah, so let's take a simple example here, variable here. Okay, so what I am doing, you can see here I have a program. Let's remove this two line, and simply what I am doing, I have a variable a is equal to 10. Okay, and if a is equal to 10, okay, simple program. Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm declaring one more variable, int b is equal to 20. Okay, and let's print f value a. Okay, I'm printing the value a here, that is %d, and this is a, and similarly I am printing the value b also in the if block here, right? That is %d, and this is what? B here. And what I am doing, I am printing the same thing outside the if block. Okay, outside the if block. Let's see what output I will get. So here you can see, guys, I am getting an error. Let's run the code. GCC variable dot slash a. Let's save the code first and clear the screen. Okay, and here GCC variable, here you can see I am getting an error. Here it is saying what error I am getting. B is undeclared. Right, everyone? B is undeclared. Why? Why I'm getting this error? Let's see. So here you are saying ki hey, 1 minute. Yeah. So you are saying ki hey, you have this memory. Inside this memory, you have main function, right? You have main function, right? This is your main function. So at line number 5, you are declaring a variable, right? So the lifetime of this variable will start from line number 5 to its just surrounding curly bracket. The just surrounding curly bracket is what? This one. It will end at this point. So you can use A from line number 5 to line number 14. Okay, everyone? You can use A from line number 5 to line number 14 here. So here you have A. Okay. Yeah, you have A here, and in this A you have 10 stored. After that you will move to line number 5. Like it will take 10 more minutes, Bishop, right? So at line number 6 you have A is equal to 10, right? The condition is true. I will move to line number 7. Line number 7, I am again creating a variable, and this variable scope will start from line number 7, from the point it is declared to its just surrounding bracket. So its just surrounding bracket is what? This one. So you can use 20 from line number 7 to line number 10. If you will try to use if you will try to use B outside 10, you will get an error here, right? So what is happening behind the scene? It is like this. You have a if block. Inside the if block, you have a variable B. Inside this B, you have 20 stored, right? After that, at line number 8, what you are doing, guys? At line number 8, you are saying ki, hey, value of A. Okay, you are printing the value of A. So my compiler will see the scope. Like my compiler will see whether A is present inside this if block or not. It is not present inside this if block. It will move out of the if block. It will see the outer block. The outer block, yes, I have a variable A and I have 10. So that's why I'm getting 10 printed on the output screen. After that, at line number 9, we have what? We have value B here, and we are printing B. Again, this B, it will first check B inside this scope, whether B you have declared inside this scope or not. Yes, you have declared B inside this scope. So it will print B on the output screen. After that, what will happen, guys? You will move out of the if block. Okay, you will move out of the if block. That is line number 11. At line number 11, you are printing A again. So it will see ki, hey, whether A is there inside the main scope or not. Yes, A is there inside the main scope. So you will print 10 on the output screen. Okay, but the moment you will go to line number 12, at line number 12, what you are having? You are having this B. Okay, but here you're trying to access B here. So it will see if B is present in the main scope or not. No, B is not present in the main scope, right? B is not visible in the main scope. So that's why you are getting error here. Okay, that's why you are getting error here. We will discuss about the scope part in the next lecture. If you are getting the concept, it is good. If you are not getting the concept, we will discuss in details about the scope part in the next lecture here, right? Okay, so this is about the scope, simple scope here. So what we are doing here, guys, let's move to the here ATM code. So here what we are doing, at line number 9, we are having option is equal to 1. If the option is equal to 1, we are declaring a variable. We are taking input from the B is a variable, and its scope is block scope. Okay, the scope is a block scope. So the moment we are moving out of the block scope, the lifetime of B is not there. Okay, we will discuss about the scope part in the next session, because we are already out of time, right? So similarly, the code is clear, right? This code is clear. I'm not explaining the code again. Yeah. So this is all about today's session, guys. In the next session, we will continue with the control statement. And if we have time left, we will talk about the scope part also, right? Because scope is very important. And after discussing the scope, what we can do, we can go with the function, right? And after that, we will create a simple project there, right? So let me share the let me talk about the attendance part here, right? For the attendance, you can go to this link. From this link, you can mark the attendance. Here I'm not getting the page, so I will refresh. Okay, after refreshing the page, you will get the submit attendance button. From there you can mark the attendance, right? Please give assignment. Okay, I will ask the team to give assignment, like to paste the assignment here, right, in the link here. So let's see how to mark the attendance here. Those who are having doubt in the attendance part, from here you can see this mark attendance button, right? Click on the mark attendance button. If you are lacking the session, you can go with this part. And after that, if you are interested in the 6-month Let's Upgrade program, okay, we are having two program going on, okay, that is a 6-month Let's Upgrade full stack program and our data science program. And additionally, we are having the data structure also, right? So if you are interested in those program, you can click on the yes button. And if you have anything to improve, you can go here and submit the attendance here, right? And apart from that, mm, here you can see we are having a okay, we are having an offer going on where you can click on this link, and from this link here you can see, right, if you are referring the course to your batchmate or to your friends, and here if you are doing 8 referrals, you will get MacBook Air, and like the number of referrals, you will get the corresponding price, right everyone? And apart from that, here you can see the full stack data science program and full stack web development program, okay, that is going on right now. And we are having the this workshop going on. You can register on that workshop, and there we are discussing, like we are having the personal room where we are discussing about personal room on Zoom, where we are discussing about the advanced part, that is the data structure part. So you can enroll in that program if you want, like if you are interested in the data structure, if you want to improve your problem solving skills, then you can enroll in that part also, right? Sir, error marking attendance. Okay, try to refresh the screen and again try to mark the attendance. Then I think it will get marked, right? Okay. Apart from that, you can go to our site, and from here you can see our USP of the course, that is all the lecture will be 100% live. Okay. Basically, like our sir criteria is what the main motive of this Let's Upgrade is what we are building a community where all the developers can join and they can learn a lot of new things, right? That is, they can learn full stack, they can go with the backend part. Okay, if they are having the doubt, they can discuss the doubt in the group, or they can ask the doubt to the teachers. So basically our aim is to build a quality product. For that thing, we are having two programs going on, and you can see our USP here. Okay, and apart from that, here you can see what all languages we are going to learn here for the data science. Okay, similarly, if you are interested, you can download the curriculum and you will get the clear idea what we are covering in the data science program. Similarly, you have the full stack program also that is going on, right? So you can enroll in that full stack program also, right? Bro, give any assignment. Okay, so I will ask the team to put an assignment in the link, and from there you can get the assignment, right? So this is all, guys, for today's session. Hope you enjoyed the today's session. In the tomorrow session, we will cover the remaining control statement part, and if we have time left, we will again discuss the scope part, because there is a lot to discuss in the scope and we are going out of the time, so we will try to discuss those part also, right? So this is all for today's session, guys. Hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any other doubt related to the ATM code, was nicer. Yeah, thank you everyone. No, 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 I'm not from IT Bombay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. C language is really good. This is but okay, but I search any C project is not available. So what you can do is like, your name is too complicated. So gaming, what you can do here is like, you can first learn the basic part, okay, and try to take a simple example. Like I have taken the ATM example, right? You can take an example of cart, okay, like when you do online shopping now, then you add some item to the cart, right? So there you like add something, subtract something, okay, you have some price given. According to that price, like you give some discount according to like, if you have the card, SBI card or ICICI card, you give the discount, right? So you can take any real life example and you can create a small program there, right? Yeah. And after doing that, like if you are done with the basics part, move to the data structure part, try to learn different data structure, that is array, linked list, stack, queue, right? And yeah, you are good to go. And after that, if you are interested in C++ or Java, you can shift to C++ or Java there, right? But the basics is important, right? So please focus on the basics part. Okay. Anmol, from where? Okay. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining the session. If you have any other doubt, please ask in the next session. Okay. Thank you. Attendance link is not opening. uh, Guys, if you have doubt related to the attendance link, or if you have doubt related to the this any other doubt, assignment doubt, what you can do, you can mail us on support@letsupgrade.in. From there your doubt will get resolved, right? Thank you everyone.